Hey guys, Judgement Silversword Special Mode here. This will be my second clear, improved my score a good bit, so really just feel like this game still needs more attention, so I'm gonna do a little commentary. You see me using my shield to get the multiplier up right away here on Mitsurugi, and then he flies off to find a bigger sword. He'll be back. So yeah, Special Mode, this is essentially a boss rush with 2 extra bosses that are not in the main game. And it's tons of fun, you should play it. See, I've got the front shot and wide shot simultaneously, which how you do that is set the wide shot to auto. And they also have a auto shield set up. So if you point blank with front shot, wide shot, and shield going like right here, what I'm doing, does a ton of damage, raises your multiplier quickly. And the survive bonuses are pretty big in this mode too. I think it's 10 million for each life left at the end. So yeah, you see me using the straight shot by itself here. That actually does more damage than using the wide and straight from the bottom of the screen. So this guy, he's got to route it out and just stick with it. Pretty sure they're actually slightly different patterns than the main game. At least for the blue homing missiles, they look a little different. So in phase 2, he does these spreading lines of bullets. Just try to get around them high on screen if you can. Throw in some shield to get a little multiplier going. So here's the first boss that's unique to this mode, Transcendence. Pretty cool. It's basically a reskin of Magnificence, but just souped up attacks. And this one's really tricky. You gotta misdirect high up and then slowly come back down the screen, tap dodge right. I tap dodged a little too quickly and you almost got killed there, but got out of it. So this one really messes with your eyes. Definitely use straight and wide to do a little more slowdown. And then for these homing missiles, you just want to tap dodge in the direction that Transcendence is moving. Gonna repeat this attack and that's it. Here come the double mirror shields. This one, yeah, it just takes a little time to route out. If you play the main game, which I'm sure everyone will before they do this mode, you'll probably have a route down already. The idea is to damage them about equally. You want them to die and move on to phase 2 about the same time. Although it's not much harder if one shifts to the next phase a little more quickly than the other. The first half of this mode is really just don't mess up. It's not super challenging once you've done it a bunch of times. But this game, yeah, it's easy to get clipped a lot. At least I struggle with consistency. So this run I did really good for myself up to E3, and then the E3 fight is kind of garbage, but I had enough lives in the tank to get through it. So those, yeah, here's phase 2 of this, and I got them pretty evenly damaged, so. Yeah, these movements are random. Sometimes you gotta go up and around them. So here comes Mitsurugi again. This is another one where you just kind of gotta memorize this pattern. And I try to use my shield and get a good multiplier going, but I blow it here, and by slamming into his shoulder pads, or wings I guess that is. So yeah, my multiplier, I usually want to get it like around a 70 something in here, but I don't think I get it that high. Yeah, 43. This phase is pretty tough, so you want to get out of that maze of bullets so you can misdirect to the next wave coming in, but it's tough to weave through. And then this laser, you got to misdirect to the left, and then it always will come back seeking you to the right. If you try to dodge it the other way, from right to left, you'll find out you can't. He always sweeps left to right. And then, so he's dead there, but you don't get a bullet cancel, which is tricky. And you can use your shield and get some more points there too. But yeah, the bullets don't cancel, so make sure you don't just stop moving and forget about the bullets, because I've done that. Divine Flow, amazing boss, and thank God it's the normal mode attack for the opening, not the hard, because hard mode takes what's a breather in normal mode and makes it one of the hardest dodges in the game. So yeah, get right up in his face here. Some nice point blank damage. These seeking missiles, you try to do sharp V's. Now I was a little off route there, and I should have been all the way on the left of the screen. Almost died for it, but I got out of it. Use your shield here if you need to. I had a nice little path open up there. So that's the first phase, and then dramatic music shift. I love it. So these meteors are rough. You want to... They actually block damage from Divine Flow, so you want to get up close. And you don't want to move diagonally, because they're too fast. They'll overtake you. In the first two sections of this attack, you can kind of dodge large sweeping dodges, but part 3 you gotta start tap dodging pretty slowly. And then you want to get away from this homing missile, but you gotta wait for the blue laser line to fade out first, because it'll kill you even while it's fading. I really don't want to get to those blue lasers again, so thankfully killed it before another round of that. So this phase, you just want to start on one side and tap dodge. Eventually you're going to have to cut back. But you got a pretty good configuration there. His movement's random. He was about to take a hit. Okay, now I've got Divine Expression. 10 lives. It's feeling good right here. So, point blank right at start. You gotta hold your ground for the first half of that blue attack and then tap dodge over. This one you can stay in the middle, shift left, and then shift back to the middle. This attack looks easy. It is pretty easy if you focus, but I find on runs when I'm a little nervous I get clipped a lot. Just stand your ground on this one. And this movement's the same every time, so you can just route it out. So this attack is unique to special mode. It doesn't do this in the normal game. It's pretty cool. Got hit. You really don't want to take a hit during these phases because damage output is very important, because at the end here, if you don't kill him fast enough, it gets pretty hard. This pattern takes some practice. You want to stay directly under him with that straight shot and use the audio cues to know when the bullets are coming, or just time it. So then, ideally, you kill him now, and before you have to cut back on that crazy star pattern. Alright, going into E3 with 11 lives. I think I finished with 1, so that'll tell you how this fight's gonna go. But whatever, we got it done. A lot of cool, unique attacks in this fight. Yeah, so this boss doesn't appear in the main game either. And though, yeah, these time bombs do contact damage, which I find out in a minute. This one's rough. It's just use your shield and pray. Yeah, see, I ran into a bomb there before it exploded. These guys, I want to be directly below them, but slightly off-center, directly beneath them. They shoot down, straight down first, then they do that nice wide star pattern, so you have room underneath. That was a dumb death. I'm going to say that a lot in this fight. Use your iframes to get up close and point blank, but don't be greedy and die again like that. That one I just kind of try to dodge when I see him coming. It's rough. Thought I could slip by there. It's too tight. So let me tell you, if you want to see a really top level run, check out SF Koa's channel. SFKOA. Some really impressive survival. Yeah, these blue bullets are the shield shattering type. So you can't block your way out of that one. Right here, these look scary, but the hitboxes on the bullets are pretty small. I've never been hit by one of those. And here's the final attack. So you get this little green homing missile wearing your heels, and yeah, it's slow moving, but it will rush you into some dumb decisions. So if I played realistically well, I think I could probably die 3 or 4 fewer times here and raise my score to 30-40 million. At least 3 or 4 fewer deaths. This is a really not very good fight. But yeah, play this game. It's amazing. Play hard mode. The leaderboards are pretty barren. So yeah, 4 lives, you get 40 million bonus. I guess that's it. So yeah, thanks for watching.